wie sich dein Erdl dreht. Du und ich, wir haben eine gute Zeit. Bavarian Style, so wunderschön. Weiß-blau durchs ganze Land. Weiß-blau, wie sich dein Erdl dreht. Du und ich, wir haben eine gute Zeit. Bavarian Style, so wunderschön. Bavarian Style, so wunderschön. Bavarian Style, so wunderschön.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Discover Bavaria presentation. Thank you for joining us today. Now remember, you're in with a chance to win a great prize. This time it's a surprise package courtesy of Bavaria Tourism. So stay with us and listen out for the answers to the question we will be asking you later. You have to be online at the end of the presentation to take part and submit your answer via the chat facility. Now, whether it's the Bavarian forest, the Fichtel Mountains and the Alps, Lake Chiemsee, Lake Constance, or the Danube, whether it's castles like Neuschwanstein and Linderhof, or cool urban flair, whether it's Munich or Nuremberg, Bamberg or Amberg, Oktoberfest and Bavarian folk music, Silvaner wine and wheat beer, pretzel and vice versa sausages. Bavaria is more. Bavaria is an attitude to life, relaxed and cosmopolitan, rooted in its homeland and innovatively free-spirited. Bavarians love their traditions and like to turn them upside down from time to time. To tell us more of what Bavaria has to offer, I have with me Stefan Dörner, International Networks Manager. Hello, Stefan. A warm welcome and good to see you as always.
Hello, Charles. Thanks for the nice introduction. I'm very glad to be here and talk about Bavaria.
Yeah, great stuff. So, for anyone who may not know where it is or how to get there, let's start with you giving us an overview, Stefan.
Sure. So, also warm welcome to those who tuned in. Glad that you are interested in Bavaria. And for those who don't know Bavaria, just a quick intro, a few facts. Bavaria is located in the southeast of Germany. It's the largest state out of all the states in Germany, actually. We border with the Czech Republic, with Austria, and with Switzerland. Capital is Munich. We have 10 UNESCO World Heritage sites. We have 2 national parks, which is the National Park Berchtesgaden and Bavarian Forest. Arrival by train, Munich main station, Nuremberg main station, but I guess for you more importantly is the airports. We have the Munich airport, the Nuremberg airport, and Memmingen airport. On the right side, you see a little map, just to quickly introduce you to the 4 regions that we have in Bavaria. So up in the north, we have Franconia with the regional capital city of Nuremberg. We have Eastern Bavaria in the east with Regensburg. Down in the Alpine area, we have Upper Bavaria with Munich. And then also southwest, there's Allgäu, Bavarian, Swabia region with Augsburg. And the little icons show you a bit about what the region stands for, but more to that later. Speaking of flights, I have here a slide with non-stop flights from the UK to Bavaria. So we have Ryanair, London Stansted to Nuremberg and Memmingen. We have Lufthansa flying from London Heathrow, Manchester, Birmingham to Munich. Then EasyJet, London Gatwick, Manchester and Edinburgh to Munich. And then we have British Airways, London Heathrow to Munich and London Stansted to Nuremberg. So there's no excuse to send your clients here. Speaking of the top international markets in 2023, I just wanted to quickly show you 2 images that we have from the numbers of 2022. So the distribution of overnight stays by federal state in 2022, you can see here that Bavaria is quite far away from the second place. We are number 1 with 20.5%. After that is here to our left, Baden-Württemberg with 11.6%. And we are number 1 travel destination for quite some time, I think over a decade. Then on the right-hand side, you have a little image, stats about the foreign markets with the highest number of overnight stays in 2022. Here you can see the bars. In red is numbers from 2013, and light blue is 2019, and dark blue is 2022. The ranking goes from top to bottom. And here you can see US is the #1 market. That's absolutely right, for quite some time. After that, the near markets like Austria, Netherlands, Switzerland, Italy. But then at 6th place, it's Great Britain, it's the UK. So a very important market for us. And for those who remember, last year, numbers from 2021 showed that the UK was actually 12th place, of course, due to the time back then with COVID and the Brexit. But you climbed back up the ladder. So yeah, definitely a very important market for us. So now I wanted to give you an introduction to our regions. Of course, because Bavaria is so big and the regions are big as well, I have to give you a little glimpse, but just to give you some kind of an impression what the region stands for. So first of all, we have Allgäu, Bavarian, Swabia, which I mentioned already has also part of the Alps, but this part is a bit different to those in Upper Bavaria. They have a different material in the ground, so that's why their mountains are not as peaky, pointy, but have lots of space, beautiful sceneries, great for hiking or biking. Then, of course, Charles mentioned it, the world famous fairy tale castle from King Ludwig II, Schloss Neuschwanstein, the Neuschwanstein Castle. But also beautiful cities await you in Allgäu, Bavarian, Swabia. Here on the right-hand side, we have Lindau at the Lake Constance, but you also have Füssen, which would be close to the castle. You have Kempten, you have the crater city of Nördlingen. So lots to see in that region. Next up would be Franconia. That's up in the north, if you can remember from the map. It's very famous for its wine region. That is around Würzburg, a very beautiful wine region with hills, wine festivals. Speaking of Würzburg, here the middle picture is actually a picture of Würzburg from the bridge. Franconia is also quite famous for its medieval style of cities. Here on the right-hand side, for example, Bamberg, World UNESCO Heritage City, actually. But there's also Nuremberg with the Kaiser Castle, the Kaiserburg. You have Bayreuth with the Opera House. So also here a region that should be discovered. The most famous region, obviously, is Upper Bavaria. Here, of course, due to the fact that there's the capital city of Munich. Here on the left-hand side, a beautiful picture at the sunset. That's the very famous Frauenkirche in Munich. But again, here is Alpine region. So you have beautiful Alpine lakes like here on the right-hand side, the Lake Königssee, close to in Berchtesgaden. Other lakes like the Chiemsee, which we call the Bavarian Sea. On the Chiemsee, there's actually 2 islands. One island has a castle again from King Ludwig II, Herrenchiemsee, which is a replica, almost a replica of the Castle Versailles in France. Or here, the middle picture is the Castle Linderhof. That's actually one of the castles that King Ludwig was able to finish building. The others are not quite done yet, but still great to walk through and experience live at the location. Then the fourth region and the last region is Eastern Bavaria. You saw it maybe at the icon. It is very famous for the Bavarian Forest, the oldest national park in Germany, which is also a place great for outdoor activity, especially if you want to know about how to preserve nature, get educated by the rangers over there. But Eastern Bavaria has also great natural wonders, like here the middle picture is the Danube Gorge. That's where the Danube over hundreds and hundreds of years forced its way through the stones there, through the area, and you can experience that by boat, actually. And also there is the Weltenburg Monastery, which is one of the oldest monasteries in the world. They still brew their own beer and have a beautiful beer garden there as well. Or cities in East Bavaria, for example, here, UNESCO World Heritage city of Regensburg, also very old city with an Italian Roman style. But also cities like Passau, which is called the Three Rivers City, because three rivers run to a conjunction point. And then around the city of Passau, you also have Landshut, for example. There's the Landshuter wedding that actually took place this year. It's a medieval festival, and it happens only every 4 years. So enough of me talking about the regions. I have a little post from our Bavariagram where our locals speak about their own region, show their own region. So maybe we just let the clip speak for itself.
Is your city that beautiful? I doubt it.
What is your celebrity look-alike?
Tell me you're in Bavaria without telling me you're in Bavaria.
This is perfect. 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 Perfect.
Bavarian mode activated.
That's better. Get the whole picture.
And widen your view.
On location beats online.
You gotta visit to believe it.
Taste Bavaria.
Feel Bavaria.
And broaden your horizon. This is a work of art. Small farm grown here, fresh from the field. Come to Bavaria.
What are you waiting for?
Great video, Stefan. That really highlights why Bavaria leads the way of popularity in Germany. You just can't beat it.
Right.
At the start of the show, sorry, you were going to say something.
No, I'm just agreeing with you. That's actually one of the best videos we have.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. So anyway, at the start of the show, I mentioned how much Bavarians love their traditions. Perhaps you can tell us some of those traditions and what they mean?
Of course I can, yes. So the traditions here in Bavaria mean quite a lot for the Bavarian people. It's actually, speaking of you sending your clients here, it's a very integral part of all time spent here in Bavaria is actually to encounter the traditions, the culture, and the people itself. And that can range from like old customs, like wearing traditional clothes, as you can see also here in the pictures, lederhosen for the men or the dirndl for the ladies. And it goes to also over festivals which we have celebrated for hundreds and hundreds of years, up to traditions including, culinary specialities, craftsmanship, cultural art. And therefore, we actually have searched for real people here in Bavaria that are kind of preserving this art, this customs, these traditions. We call them the Bavarian insiders, also Bavarian ambassadors. Sometimes you hear both names. And we have over 80 of those Bavarian insiders. Also, the people in the video are Bavarian insiders, and here on the pictures, those are real people. Those are not actors or anything like that. Those are actually real people who have some kind of ability, some skill. They have maybe they have a craft that they're doing, and they all are very, deeply rooted in Bavaria and authentic, but yet still modern, young, fresh people who trying to, kind of restore and kind of save customs and traditions, but also bringing like a modern twist to them. So they're very unique, and therefore we thought it would be a great idea to pick out those Bavarian insiders that we have who are actually experienceable. So those who have kind of a workshop or a tasting or something like that, that your clients, if you would send them over, if you want to spice up your itineraries a bit, that can be experienced. So we created a website that's called Meet the Locals. I have the link down here on the slide. And those are actually those kind of Bavarian insiders that, you can go and visit, you can have a workshop there, you can have a little something that makes the trip a bit more individual, memorable, and is a truly Bavarian experience. But yet again, enough of me. Maybe we can show a video of one of our Bavarian insiders, Florian. He's a goldsmith, and my colleague Claudia actually went and visited him. So maybe let's see what he has to say. What's his inspiration? What's his story? And also see where he's located.
Hi, my name is Claudia. I work for Bavaria Tourism. I took you here today to introduce you to one of our Bavarian ambassadors. Bavarian ambassadors are over 80 personalities all over Bavaria that represent our region, our custom and traditions. I'm standing here today at the footsteps of Lake Simsee, which is a lake between Munich and Salzburg. And only half an hour away from me to the east, you would find Herrenchiemsee, one of King Ludwig II's palaces right on Lake Chiemsee. Today, I want to take you to Florian, one of our ambassadors. Let's go!
Hello Claudia, welcome to my Mama Bavaria showroom.
Thanks for having us today.
Come on. Well, when I was 17 years young, I spent a lot of time in a foreign country. I went abroad with 500 euro in my pocket and a one-way ticket without knowing anybody. And when I came back to Germany, I found a fresh new look on my hometown. And this is my inspiration of Mama Bavaria. And this is the reason why I built this beautiful showroom, that the people can come and experience their own way of Bavaria.
In the last months, we detected some kind of new trends, a longing for nature, for the outdoors, for sustainability, and it's interesting that you see that reflected in your own work.
Yeah, for myself as a founder, and even I went back from a foreign country, the different angle you visit your own country, you see with different eyes, and I get all my inspiration of this landscape, of the lakes, of the mountains, and this influences me as a person, as a designer very much, and the expression of this is my jewelry and what I'm doing here in this showroom. This is my most favorite piece. It's the Summit Cross, because the Summit Cross is a symbol for your own goals in life. Everybody wants to reach the mountaintop. Everybody wants to reach a goal in his own life. And my Summit Cross collection stands exactly for that.
I also see fashion here.
Yes, this is inspired by the old Bavarian tradition. I try to get on that thing with a new, fresh view, and this makes it very special. In my workshops, the people make their own Summit Cross for their goals in life.
And that's it. Jewelry is stamped.
Very nice.
We force the oxidation process, and now you can throw it in and take it out. And as you can see right now, the summit cross is very dark.
Yeah.
And later on, we polish the jewelry piece to the grade we like it. And then we make some necklace on it, and then it's finished.
I learned a lot this afternoon in this workshop, and I'm super happy with my new mountain cross from Wendelstein Mountains. Look forward to more videos to come of our Bavarian ambassadors of Bavaria Tourism. Thank you and bye-bye.
Stefan, that's really great. I love the meet the locals idea. In fact, visitors can almost tailor-make their experience to themselves, you know, according to whatever they're into. These ambassadors, great idea. Anyway, moving on. As everybody or most people surely know, Bavaria is also a big footballing region. Now, I'm just wondering how sustainable the Euro 2024s, which are being held in Germany next year, will be. Do you have any ideas, Stefan?
Yes, you're right. Next year, there's the UEFA European Championship in Germany. I'm really proud of that. I'm really looking forward to that. Well, they do have a sustainable concept, actually. The UEFA and the DFB, which is the German Football Association, they created a concept for sustainability towards this tournament, and they even say it's one of the most sustainable tournaments yet. So if you want to read up on that, I definitely can recommend you to just look it up on Google. There's so many websites on their sustainable concept. But I quickly wanted to mention actually what is taking place here in Bavaria. So in general, the tournament goes from 14th of June to 14th of July, and we will have games here in Munich in the Allianz Arena. So we even have the opening game with Germany, obviously, the 14th of June. Then we have 3 group games, and then we have a round of 16, the 2nd of July, and even a semi-final at the 9th of July. So I really want to invite you and your clients to come here with or without a ticket. Just come and join the football spirit. Enjoy even the public viewing while discovering Bavaria. So that's definitely something I can say about that. Speaking of sustainability, you know, also in tourism, it's quite a big factor, and it's very important for us to implement this in our sector. The thing is, Bavaria is quite big. Again, we have different regions who handle this topic in a different way. We from Bavaria Tourism, obviously, we try to somehow give like concepts, not rules, but concepts. We try to help our Bavarian partners implementing or even educating them with these concepts, but it's just too big of a topic to cover. What I wanted to mention or to point out is how blessed we are with the just a great nature that we have here. We have 2 national parks, as mentioned, the Bavarian Forest, the Berchtesgaden National Park, which also imply that we are protecting our environment, we're protecting our nature. We want to educate people or even children. We have 19 nature parks. We have, of course, the whole Alpine region, which is the base of also the economy, right? That's where people are even making their money from. So they are all concerned and, of course, trying to preserve that nature. And also, of course, many lakes and rivers that are here in Bavaria. Maybe speaking a bit about the sustainable travel, that's something that I definitely recommend you trying to do is, for example, choose one of the many green hotels. They all, or you know, just try and find those hotels who have like a sustainable concept. Also use our public transportation with the Deutsche Bahn. They created a really big network in between villages, cities, so it's easy to get around, as well as in the cities itself. You have e-buses that you can use, or even maybe apply a concept cycling and hiking from point A to B. Very important is take your time while in Bavaria, stay longer, support the small businesses, and obviously meet the locals. And now again, another short video of one of our locals, one of our Bavarian insiders, Sebastian Niederbayer from Bamberg, who's giving you a quick introduction to the beer gardens, because in the beer gardens, that's actually where you meet the most locals.
Number one rule in the beer garden, the more, the merrier. If you want to survive, you better listen up. We don't wait for a waiter, so get your ass up. Self-service is the order of the day. This is not a party tent, it's a place to come down, forget about your worries and enjoy the Bavarian style of life. Don't hesitate to bring your own food. Brotzeit is a big part in Bavarian tradition. A must-have, cheese, sausage and a pretzel. But don't even dare to bring your own beer. This is the holy ground of beer. Every beer garden has its own and special beer. Never, and absolutely never, ask for a smaller mug. 0.5 liter is the minimum. Now you know everything there is to know about living the beer garden style. Prost.
Well, Stefan, that was really good. You again have highlighted how good Bavaria is for outdoor activities, slow travel, and so on. And it's really a great experience. And of course, you gave us some great tips on how to survive a beer garden. I think that's pretty cool too.
Life-saving.
Now, we did mention earlier that Germany are hosting the Euros in 2024. I'd like to ask you, what are their chances of winning the trophy?
Well, I can only speak for the German team, right? So now I think I stay positive here. They're gonna win. They have to win. It's a home tournament, and they still have to put a lot of work in. But I'm stay positive. They win.
I have to concede. As a home competition, I think they have a good chance. But I obviously wish them very well and hope, of course, that they are runners-up to England. So anyway, your role, Stefan, as International Networks Manager. Can you tell us what your department does and how it interacts with the UK trade?
Yes, of course. So just in general, to make clear what our position is, what our role is as a company, we are the organization of Bavaria Tourism that acts as a marketing and management company for the Bavarian attitude of life at home and abroad. And therefore, speaking of abroad, we from the International Networks Department are responsible for the connection between the international trade and the Bavarian partners here in Bavaria. Therefore, I can definitely recommend you to check out our very new travel trade website. It's traveltrade.bayern. It's available in English and German. And there you can find a lot of helping tools for you as the trade. You have the trade newsletter that I definitely recommend signing up for, because that's basically how we communicate to the trade. We have brochures, we have sales guide, event calendar, a picture database that you can use, videos that you can use. So lots of great sales tools for you to make your work easier. Then we are at a lot of trade events. You can find us at international workshops. You can have a FEM trip with us, so we can work together on a FEM trip if you want to educate your sales team or just the responsible colleagues at your office. We can organize FEM trips. We have our own trade workshop, which is called the Bavaria Workshop, which will take place next year in Lindau from the 15th of June to the 18th of June. Or you can find us in webinars such as right here, right now. So a lot of contact places where you can find us, where you can meet us. Yeah, the newsletter, as mentioned earlier, I would definitely recommend it. It is showing you current trends and insider tips. It has a lot of information about events that we're doing, such as I just mentioned, the fem trips, workshops, and so on. It should give you inspiration and also is for you as a target group, travel agent, product manager, travel agencies, and tour operators. Here the link is also quite easy to find on our website. And if you have any questions or individual requests, or if you need local advice, just contact us, me and my colleague Susanne. Here also on the slide our contact information. And yeah, that's basically it. A short video now to give you a bit of a Bavarian spirit. Enjoy.
Thank you, Stefan. You really are supportive of the UK travel industry. And after all you've told us, all those fantastic and wonderful images that we've seen, who wouldn't want to visit Bavaria? Good job.
Right. Thanks.
So now, now it's competition time. Stefan, what's the question for our audience to answer?
All right, so if everyone listened up carefully, then I would like to know how many regions does Bavaria have? I think I mentioned it quite a few times.
You did.
Weiß-blau, das ganze Land. Weiß-blau, wie sich dein Erde dreht. Du und ich, wir haben eine gute Zeit. Bavarian Style, so wunderschön. Weiß-blau, das ganze Land. Weiß-blau, wie sich dein Erde dreht. Du und ich, wir haben eine gute Zeit. Bavarian Style, so wunderschön. Bavarian Style, so wunderschön. Bavarian Style, so wunderschön.
Right, guys, great job. Fantastic. And I'm pleased to say that we also have a winner. And the first one to answer was Scott Humble. Well done, Scott. Well, once again, congratulations to our winner, to our lucky winner. Your prize will be winging its way across to you. Thank you, Stefan, for a wonderful presentation, lots of great information and fantastic reasons to go and visit Bavaria.
Well, thank you too, and congrats to the winner, and hopefully see you soon in Bavaria.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for viewing, and look out for the next session coming to you very shortly. Thank you and goodbye.